For your safety right now, please remain seated where you are, keeping your arms, your legs, and especially your head inside the rail car. And for the safety of our younger riders, please place them towards the center of the row. And if that's not possible, make sure they're held or easily within your reach. And please refrain from eating or drinking anything but water while you're on your railroad adventure. And my name is Conductor Sue, and I'll be with you on your journey. And here we go. And we'll wave goodbye to Daisy and Marigold, our two big cows here. And we'll wave goodbye to Tom, our station master on the other side. Did a great job keeping us in, going out on time all day long. And as we go through the intersection here, if you look to your left, you're going to see a big red barn, and that's the William D. Ford barn, where we care for our beautiful horses. And right across the street from that is the loading dock for the Model Ts. There you can take a ride on an authentic Model T from the years 1914 to 1927.
That's not right, is it, buddy? Great railroad? Railroad. What's that signal, bud? What's that signal?
And as we round the bend here, you're looking at the white farmhouse. That's the birthplace of Henry Ford. Henry Ford was born in that white farmhouse in July of 1863. And he lived there with his mother, father, and 5 brothers and sisters. And it was located not far from here, only about 3 or 4 miles at what now is known as the intersection of Ford Road and Greenfield in Dearborn. As you scoot past the farm here, you can look down Main Street. There's lots to see and do in Main Street. You can go into Mrs. Cohen's millinery shop, try the Wright Brothers cycle shop, or go into the Heinz home and ask them what's up with the 57 flavors. Or go down to the Herschel Spillman Carousel and take a spin. Around the bend to the right here, you're looking at a cluster of buildings on the other side of the white picket fence, and that's Thomas Edison's Menlo Park Complex. That's the first research and development company in laboratory in the United States. It was built in 1867 in New Jersey. Hundreds of patented inventions were produced from this facility, like the microphone, the phonograph, or a practical incandescent light bulb, just to name a few. The yellow house across the street, that's Sarah Jordan's boarding house. And that's where the unmarried workers at Menlo Park took their room and board. And her house was the very first house wired for electric lighting. And now we're headed to the Porches and Parlors District. Up ahead is the Ackley Covered Bridge. That was built in 1832. And we acquired that from Southwest Pennsylvania. The Ackley Covered Bridge is the gateway to Porches and Parlors, and it's decorated so spooky for Halloween. Once you're in Porches and Parlors, you can tour all the beautiful historic homes, such as the Burbank House, the Robert Frost House, and Noah Webster's house, just to name a few. And now we are coming into the Susquehanna Station. So please remain seated as you are until we come to a complete stop, and we're going to listen for a blast of the whistle from the engineer. Then that's our cue. Then we know it's safe to stand up and exit on the left-hand side if you so desire.
They almost won my other guys here on today.
And please remain seated where you are,
The most I did was
keeping
win
your arms, your legs, and especially your head inside the rail car. And for the safety of our younger riders, please make sure they're placed towards the center of the rows. If that's not possible, make sure they're held or easily within your reach. And please refrain from eating or drinking anything but water while you're on your railroad adventure. And my name is Conductor Sue, and I will be with you on your journey.
Very soon, bud. Wait for that whistle. Here we go. He was ready. He wasn't ready.
And as we start on our journey, we'll wave goodbye to Gordon. Doing a great job here on Smith Creek, keeping me going out on time all day long. The white house right there is the Susquehanna Plantation. That was a very successful 700-acre plantation that we acquired from St. Mary's County in Maryland. It was built in the early 1800s and contributed its success to selling good cash crops like corn, wheat, and lots of tobacco. Now, as we go past the Ferris windmill, which is the oldest windmill in the United States, you're looking at the Daggett Farm. That's a pre-revolutionary farm built in 1754 in Andover, Connecticut. Now, today they're having fun. They're making beer today. And if we've got the best presenters in that building, you stop by any time and ask them. They'll tell you how life was in the 1750s. Alrighty, and now you're looking at our back paddocks, which were our hard-working horses when they need a little rest and relaxation. They're off shift, they get to come here and hang out. And usually wherever the horses are, you'll see our wild turkeys. There were just a whole bunch of them here for my last trip. Now they disappeared. Must have had a hot date. The beautiful locomotive that's pulling us is the number 7, the Baldwin. And the Baldwin is Henry Ford's preferred locomotive, and he used to use it to pull his personal cars around in the early 1900s. The Baldwin is a big and beautiful locomotive, and it weighs in at over 72 tons.
Well, it is an Eagle Hill.
It's kind of the closest high point to the Root River.
And now you folks are getting a little more sneak peeks at our Halloween decorations. As I say, this is the last day of the regular season. During the month of October, we'll only be open Thursday through Sunday, and only for Halloween night.
That's my house. I'm living there. I don't care. I got everything I need. Like, I can't believe it.
On Halloween nights, we have 2 ghost trains driving. Nothing better than a good train ride on Halloween night.
And what signal is that? Clear signal.
bend here, you're looking at Walnut Grove. And that's where we play our historic baseball all summer long, every Saturday and Sunday, all the way through Labor Day. But our season is ended. The geese have taken over the field, and we can't wait to next year to watch them again. Oh, the wild turkeys are over here too. There we go, we have a Burgerama. And now we're coming towards the Henry Ford Academy. The Henry Ford Academy is a Wayne County charter school, and it costs nothing to attend, but you have to be entered in a lottery to see if you'll be one of the lucky chosen. Back here we house our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. We have 9th graders as well, but they have their classrooms in the museum.
I know. Honestly, I don't know.
As we slowly round the bend here, you're going to be looking at 3 attached Pullman rail cars, and they happen to be the classrooms of the senior students. And the body of water on the other side of the school there is the Swanee Lagoon. And it happens to be a rainwater catch basin to help prevent flooding in Greenfield Village. But it's also the little circle where our Swanee Riverboat used to ride way back in the day. Maybe some of you remember that. No longer with us. Went into such disrepair, we couldn't get it going again.
No, I know there is at least one of them scrapped
And there's our skeleton family. Get ready for Halloween. And I'm going to tell you, they look sharp in the dark of the night. They're all glowing. Cool.
Bud, what's that signal? Yellow means approach. And if we're yellow on the bottom, it means slow.
And as we go past the stone gatehouse there, you look up the hill, you're looking at a cute little chapel. That's the Martha and Mary Chapel. That was built here by Henry Ford in honor of his mother and his mother-in-law, Martha and Mary. That's a very popular wedding venue here in Greenfield Village. And the green building you're looking at is the Taste of History. That's a cafeteria-style restaurant that serves a nice varied menu most of the day. It stops selling hot food at 3:30, but it's still open till 5 for snacks and beverages.
It was a go of some sort. It's a go that lets you know you're getting ready to burn.
And now we're coming into the Smith Creek Station and gives you close proximity to the Carousel, Main Street, the custard stand. They have pumpkin cheesecake custard today if you want. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, I wish I wasn't on the train today.
I don't know if that's
You can get off at Swanee and take yourself a walk.
And so as we come into Smith Creek, please remain seated as you are until we come to a complete stop, and we're going to listen for a blast of the whistle from the engineer that'll let us know when it's safe to stand up and exit on the left-hand side.
Yep, this is where they do the blowdown, buddy.
There's that.
Everybody, welcome aboard the Greenfield Village Railroad. Again, please stay seated while the train's in motion. Keep those arms and legs, and especially your heads, inside the rail car at all times. Please refrain from smoking, eating, or drinking anything but water aboard the Greenfield Village Railroad. And as we're moving on now through Railroad Junction, we're passing the historic Smiths Creek Depot, originally built in 1858 in Smiths Creek, Michigan, about 8.5 miles southwest of Port Huron. Where as a boy, Thomas Edison worked for the Grand Trunk Railroad, selling treats and newspapers along the way from Port Huron to Detroit and back again. That brings us to the heart of our Railroad Junction district. Off to your left is our Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee Roundhouse, where we repair and maintain our 3 coal-fired steam locomotives. Originally built in 1884 in Marshall, Michigan, it was recreated here at Greenfield Village in the year 2000, using elements from the original building.
Only got pumpkin lanterns on it.
What color is that component? Irish light brown.
Over on the other side of the roundhouse is our Liberty Craftworks district, where artisans and craftsmen create beautiful objects in glass and pottery, carding and weaving. There's a print shop, a sawmill, and so much more.
What's that signal, bud? That's a clear signal.
Oh, it's red.
Well, folks, because we're doing some repair work on our signal system, we have to stop and proceed at this point. So, train's going to stop for just a minute, then we're going to proceed.
There with his flag. Did you see that, buddy?
Oh, that's the most dangerous thing we have to do. Yep. That's how that ended. He's still in the hospital. That was like 8 years ago now. We're going. He went out and was flagging 13 mile and got hit by a girl who wasn't paying attention. Still a vegetable.
And we're now entering our Working Farms district, and just beyond the Red Cider Mill is the Firestone Farm, the birthplace of Harvey Firestone, Henry Ford's great friend, and the founder of the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company of Akron, Ohio. Firestone Farm is a living history farm. The farmhouse built in 1828 in Columbiana County, Ohio. Our farm hands were out in the fields today using tools, implements, and techniques they used way back in the mid-1800s. Folks, if you're on your way out this afternoon, don't forget the Greenfield Village store is open outside the main gate for those last-minute souvenir and gift ideas. The Greenfield Village store is open this afternoon till 5:30. And that brings us to our next stop of the day, and that's Firestone Station at the front gate. From here, you have full access to Working Farms, Main Street, Liberty Craftworks, and Henry's Model T. If Liberty is here, please stay seated till the train comes to a complete stop. The engineer will give a blast of the whistle. That means the air brake is set. And then I'll give you the go-ahead to exit on the right side only. Again, folks, please stay seated till you hear that whistle blow.
Watch the train go.